yesterday I had uploaded a video of a group ride around Lake Washington. Today is a relatively short video of my commute to my office. I stay in Redmond, and my office is about approximately 9 miles, 8.5 to 9 miles from my house. At the speed at which I ride, it takes roughly about 45 minutes to complete that, 40 minutes to complete that commute. Of course, this also depends upon the number of traffic lights I encounter in the way and how much I need to wait. Right now, I'm going down a hill, so it's a fairly easy part of the ride, if I can put it that way. I just need to make sure that I watch out basically for all the approaching vehicles. The way this commute works out is about over 9 miles. It's about 450 feet of climbing. You can see some signboards along the shoulder, so I'm having to get out of the shoulders to avoid them. So now, yeah, there is some incident going on. There's a car broken down, I guess, which explains why we had those signboards. And back to the shoulders. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier about 9 miles, and it's roughly about 450 feet of climbing. So the way it works out is, I stay on top of a hill, and my office stays on top of another hill. So the way it works out is I need to come downhill on my way to office, hit a bike trail, flat road for a while, and then the last 3.5 miles or so is an uphill to get to the office, which of course reverses on my way back. Overall, I try to commute to office at least 2 days a week, because there are 2 other days I lead those group rides, typically on a Wednesday and Saturdays of every week. I try to make it on a Thursday and either a Monday or Tuesday. It's difficult every day because apart from the group rides, plenty of days where 1 or 2 days where I have to get into a call very early in the morning and also drop my son to school. So I find it difficult to do every day, but yes, whenever possible I try to squeeze in a ride. It helps me stay motivated. The hill continues, the downhill that is. What are the things that I watch out for while commuting? Of course, one of the things, the biggest factor is the safety. I feel really safe while using my bike on the road. You must have observed now, there's some broad shoulders along the side of the road, which are generally respected by the drivers and the motorists. They do not venture into the shoulders. And apart from that, and you'll see this in a bit, there's plenty of trails that the authorities have built around this area. So yes, after I exit from this main road, I actually hit a bike trail in another 1.5 miles or 2 approximately, where other than walkers, there's nobody else and bikers, of course. Another motivation for me is you can see in front of me the cars. It's backed up. The roads are generally backed up by cars, and it's a lot more easier for a biker to just be in his lane and just keep going. Basically, you can see the cars just stopping, waiting for their turn on the red light. But yes, cyclists, more or less, it's kind of a smooth going. There's no need for cyclists to wait a long time. Of course, this is very subjective thing that I'm saying, but yeah, it works for me, honestly. You can see some of the cars have protruded onto the bike shoulder. So this is where I was mentioning about starting of a bike trail. I'm at mile 3 or so from my house, and the remaining 6 miles is all made up of bike trail. I really do not have to worry about the motorists at all, and you'll see that, this is the starting point of the bike trail. This trail goes all the way up to Seattle from Redmond, and it goes in 2 ways. One, the authorities have made sure that it's a flat road all the way up to Seattle, but for which you'll need to go around the lake a bit, which means that will increase your distance. Another way is a hill in between, so you climb that hill. That will reduce your time a great deal, at least by 10 miles or so. But I'm not going to Seattle. I just need to cover another 6 miles or so, as I was mentioning. So you can see this is a trail, and the main road is onto my right. This gives me a lot of security and a safety factor. Occasionally, I do encounter people jogging, walking their dogs, or just simply, going around their chores. But today the roads seem a bit empty, probably due to the weather. It's a bit gloomy. I don't see any signs of rain, but it is a bit gloomy out there today. But this is the weather. This is the kind of weather that's ideal for outdoor activity. A lot of sun will drain you a lot quicker than a weather like this. I'm still on the trail, but this is a hill. My bike computer shows a grade of 9.5%. So I'm going a lot slower. Currently my speed is about 6 miles per hour. I have about another 2.5 miles or so to cover, but it's again that beautiful bike lane with the expressway on my left. So traffic light ahead of me, I may need to stop. The light has turned green for us, so I can go on without stopping. That saves me a couple of minutes. There are a lot of bikers who use this trail. On an average day, there's one biker in front of me, but on an average I do see a lot of them going either way, coming back or going to this way. This is a very famous trail. The hill continues. My office is on top of this particular hill. It's going to take a while, even though it's probably another 2 miles or so from here, but it's still, given that I'll be climbing the hill, it's going to take me a while to do that at the speed of about, now I'm at 5 miles per hour. Overall, I use a normal bike. It's a Surly Straggler 11-speed bike. It's not an e-bike, it's a normal bike actually. I still feel comfortable riding a normal bike rather than an e-bike. But yeah, I do see there are values of using an e-bike as well. I see a lot of riders. This hill is frankly nothing. If you're using a e-bike, you can just zoom past ahead literally. But yeah, that doesn't give you a lot of exercise. It's more of a fun experience doing an e-bike. But if you really want to get your adrenaline going, which I prefer to do, I prefer the sweat on my body. I love these challenges, so I use a normal bike. the top of the hill now. I will be exiting this trail very shortly. Top
right
of the hill
here
now. I'll be exiting this
onto the main
trail.
road.
Back again to the main road. My office
My
is
office is
about
about
half a
less
mile or
than
so
half a
from
mile
here.
from here.
I'll need to exit this road on the
See
left.
the bike, even though
I'm
it's the main
slowing down
road,
a
you can
bit
see the bigger
because
bike shoulder,
I
and
need to
there's a
get to
bike
the
lane
left and I
actually.
see a huge bus.
This is
Now you can see
really
that
how the
it's a
infrastructure for bikers around
bus
here.
on my
I'm
left,
sure
and I
plenty of
need to get to
people
the
like me
back of
do.
that
I
bus
see a lot of
actually.
bikers around. This is a bit of a
I'm
roundabout
slowing
ahead,
down.
and I really need to get to the left of this to exit this road, and hence
I need to take a
I'm
left at
slowing
the
down to get behind the
roundabout ahead.
bus.
My office is about
So once I
less than half a
exit
mile
this
from
road
here.
left, office is about
I'll
zero
be
point
ending this
0.3
video
miles or
very,
so.
very
Right now
shortly.
my computer is
Obviously, I'm not
showing me
permitted to use a
0.1 mile.
camera or shoot in the office premises.
So all I should be finishing at 8.5.
Overall, this makes me feel really
Video would
good
end
doing a
very
bike,
soon. So
being outdoors, not
if
on
you
my
prefer,
car
if you
or
like
the
seeing these
bus.
videos, do hit the subscribe buttons
I
and you'll
found
be
that
alerted
I'm a
for
lot more
whenever I post these
energized, a lot
videos.
more positive
I
when
hope you
I
find these
reach my
interesting.
workplace. I'm
Just
able
sharing
to
my commute
gather my
life.
thoughts, my focus a lot
In
more
another video, I would like to
when I do a bike commute.
explain to you what are the other factors that really motivate me to get onto the bike. The video should be
Meter,
ending
my
very
bike
shortly.
computer
Do hit the
says I've done
subscribe
8.4 miles,
and
so another
hit the
0.1 or
like
zero point 0.2
button as
miles and
well
I should be
if you like the
done.
video, and please
I also
provide me with
credit
your
my
comments
office
as well in the
for
comment section.
Microsoft
I'm
for
new to creating these videos,
providing a lot
and
of facilities for
these comments and feedback
bike
would help
commuters
me.
like me.
Thank you so much.
We do have a lot of
Thanks for watching.
we do have a very safe bike cage where a lot of riders like me store our bikes in a enclosed and which is area which is controlled by access badge. Apart from that, there's also a lot of lockers to put away our clothing and bike accessories, not to mention showers. So I really enjoy that. Thank you. Thanks to my employers. Now that